Barking is stuck on the edge of London, post-industrial Britain full of anger and despair. In places here, half of all children live below the poverty line and people want someone to blame. Easy for politicians to draw a link between unemployment and the large numbers of immigrants who have settled here.
Yeah, you can't deny the link. It is there, and it's got out of control.
I think there's a great deal of validity in it and a great deal of evidence to prove it. So I'd like to accept that as a premise.
Immigration policy is pretty much the same this year as it has been for years. It's the other parties have changed to try and move on to our turf.
British jobs for British workers.
This place isn't alone in thinking this way. In dire economic times, economic migrants always find themselves under the microscope. That expression, British jobs for British workers, has become almost a mantra over the last few months for politicians from the Labour Party on one side to the BNP on the other. And it's all predicated on a theory which says that there's a finite number of jobs in the economy, and if migrant workers come here, they'll take jobs which would otherwise have gone to British people. But is it actually true? If immigration caused unemployment, then it would follow that the massive influx of migrants to the UK over the last few years would have been matched by a rise in joblessness. In fact, the opposite happened. The statistics show unemployment falling sharply, irrespective of immigration, in the boom years before the recession, and then rising equally sharply because of the UK's massive economic problems.
There's no evidence to show they're taking jobs that would otherwise have gone to British workers. If they've been taking jobs, the evidence would suggest that British workers have either not been able to do because they lack the necessary skills or qualifications, or that they have been unwilling to do because of the working conditions of certain low-skilled and low-paid jobs.
Despite the growing support of the British National Party, few believe they will gain their first seat in Parliament here. But anyway, there are likely to be greater measures against immigrants, whoever wins this election. If people in Barking think that will make getting a job any easier, they're likely to be disappointed. Laurence, Al Jazeera, Barking in London.